my name's Lynda Gaiao and welcome to this week's video. Today we're going to be looking at trait 23, assimilation. This particular trait is connected to the throat, so in that respect it's about sharing or speaking or getting something out in a verbal context through language. The circuitry that this particular trait in is individual. And that tells us straight away that this is about bringing something new, something unique, something transformative through. And essentially what we're seeing here is inspiration, which is essentially a new idea or a new concept, which then can be communicated in a way that can bring some type of transformation and change. The key here is being able to communicate what you know in the most concise and clear way, because it's only when you can really formulate the way you share this new concept or idea into a way that's graspable, understandable to others, are they going to accept it and take it on board. Now, anyone that has this trait 23 in their design, they are literally bringing in new ways of seeing the world, new perspectives, and what they see can be so many light years ahead of what is the status quo at that time. And so now, if you think about someone who's thinking light years ahead, yet you're operating from the status quo, it can actually be quite challenging to even take on board any of these new ideas or concepts, because they fall outside of the realm of what is known to you at the time. So this ability for someone with a 23 to be able to communicate clearly and precisely, to know when the right timing is to share what they know, and also to have this kind of recognition or invitation from the other, this openness, this receptivity to what you're about to share, are all parts, crucial elements in getting whatever this new concept or this new idea out there into the world to be accepted and to create transformation, to create change for whomever you're sharing it with. When those three key elements, which is timing, invitation, and the ability to communicate concisely, are not met, what will happen is people will see your ideas as being really strange, really freakish, really outside of their paradigm, and so they will reject them. So people with the 23, because this new concept or this new idea comes in, and it can be quite exciting to have this new thing, and they will be really open to change and to having new ideas in their own lives, and all they want to do is share this with others. Yet when you don't meet those three elements, you're just going to be rejected. So you're going to be seen as the outsider because you don't fit into the paradigm. And in order to be welcomed in as an insider, this ability to know the timing, be able to communicate clearly, and feel this receptivity towards you and those that are sharing like this common openness between the two of you, those will ensure that what you share is seen as being genius and taken on board. The knowing that comes through sometimes can't really be explained, especially if you don't have the 43 on the other side. So you might actually not know how you know what you know, but you will just know something, and it's communicating from this place of knowing something, saying I know, or on the other side of it, I don't know, because you may not know for a while, but I just know this. When you can communicate from that place, it's also going to be quite helpful for you. When we think about this in a business context, we must understand that the larger collective out there, teams, organizations, groupings of people, are generally resistant to change. And when that is taken into context, someone who's light years ahead, got all these great new inspirational ideas and concepts comes into that environment, there can be this resistance. And so if you're working in a business environment and you have this trait in your design, or right now it's available to everybody, I just recommend that you ensure that you follow those 3 key elements in order to see that whatever you're sharing is going to be accepted. And also knowing that, not every new idea is going to take hold in the world. It's just not how it works. What I'd recommend for you is to practice delivering your message in the most clear and concise way. And this is a skill that those with the 23 in their design need to practice. When they're younger, they might just blurt something out, and that won't come out in the most clear and concise way. So practicing delivering that message in the most clear and concise way is really going to help. When people are gonna, when they do recognize you and they have noticed that your ideas are so inspirational, they're gonna continually turn to you for new ideas to shift the business forward into the future, into new ways of being. And you could even be a great consultant, consulting to other companies or teams or businesses, really helping to shift them to new ways of thinking, new ways of perceiving, new ways of seeing the world. So what I'd encourage you to pay attention to or to look out for this week is what new ideas, what new inspirations are surfacing around you, either in your own process, because we all have access to the 23 at the moment, or in the world around you through the collective in the business that you're working in, and just noticing those new ideas. Now, because this trait is linked to the throat, but it's kind of feeding in from the Ajna center or the conceptualizing center, there's going to be this pressure to turn those ideas or those new concepts into some form of action, to make decisions from this place of inspiration. And I just caution you to watch the pressure, but always going back to a decision-making strategy to ensure that this is correct for you. Because right now we're all going to have access to all these new ideas and inspirations coming in, but it doesn't mean that they're all for us. It doesn't mean that we need to do anything with them. And so just checking in with your decision-making strategy to see if it is correct for you or not. I'd also watch, this ability to communicate these ideas. Are you fumbling with your words, or are you able to deliver them in a clear and concise way? Be a little bit mindful of timing and that receptivity that I talked about, and seeing how when you do wait for the timing, when you've practiced the delivery, and when you feel that receptivity to people, how open are people to seeing and accepting what you have to share versus really outcasting you for your freakish ideas, where they say, where did that even come from? And then noticing, do you feel like a freak? Do you feel like a genius this week? And how is that showing up for you? I hope that you enjoy this energy. It really has the potential for bringing new things in, for bringing change, for bringing some great ideas to move forward. And this could just be helpful to you in your own business or in your own direction within your personal life. And just pay attention to it. If you've got any stories to share or any examples or questions about this particular trait, please pop those in the comments below. And each week when the transits change and a new trait comes into activation, I share a video giving you a little bit of an explanation and a little bit of a dive into how it works. So if you want to stay notified of those, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And until the next trait becomes active, I hope you have an amazing week, and I will see you then. Bye for now.